How Hope Grows. My name is Alex. My neighbors often bring me their broken things, like a radio that no longer sings, or a lamp that stays dark. My small workshop is like a hospital for these forgotten objects. I have always enjoyed giving them a second chance to live. I can fix almost anything that is made of wires and gears. I am very good with my hands and all of my special tools. But for many years, I could not fix the most broken thing I knew. I could not find a way to fix my own heart. My hope was like an old clock without its mainspring. This is the story of how I found the most important missing part. It began one morning after a terrible storm. I left my workshop and walked on the rocks by the restless sea. I saw something small and green in a crack between two stones. It was a tiny sapling, a little baby tree. It was very weak and had only two small leaves. The big storm did not break it. It had survived the powerful wind. I felt a strange spark in my heart. It was a feeling of simple curiosity. How did this little thing manage to survive? This small tree had a strong will to live. It was a tiny spot of green life in a world of gray rock and my own sad feelings. For the first time in many years, I wanted to do something. I decided I would help this little tree to grow tall. This simple decision became my reason to wake up in the morning. It was a very small reason, but it was just enough for me. My new hope was the size of two small leaves. It was fragile and weak, but it was real. It was something to care for. I protected the sapling from the strong wind. I built a small wall of stones around it. It was a little fortress for my tree. I brought fresh water for it every single day. I carried the water in a heavy bucket from a well far from the sea. I brought better soil in a small bag. I put the good soil around its roots, giving it food to grow strong and healthy. My few neighbors watched me from a distance. They probably thought I was a strange old man talking to a little plant, but I did not care what they thought about me. My tree was my own secret project. It was my private hope. The work was hard for an old man. My back hurt, and my hands were rough from the sharp stones and the heavy soil. Some days I felt very tired. I wanted to give up and go back to my quiet sadness. That was an easy thing to do. But then I would look at the tree. I would see a new leaf growing. This small sign of progress gave me new energy. The tree was not growing very fast. It was a slow and patient process. It was teaching me the quiet art of waiting. Weeks turned into months, and months turned into years. My little sapling was slowly becoming a real strong tree. Its roots went deep into the rocks. They held on very tight, finding stability in the hard and difficult ground. Its branches started to grow towards the sun. They were not straight. They were twisted by the constant sea wind. The shape of the tree was strange and beautiful. It was a picture of a long and difficult struggle against the elements. It was not a perfect tree like the ones you see in a city park. Its beauty was in its scars and its great strength. One spring, after many years of waiting, I saw the first buds on its branches. My heart was full of a quiet, simple joy. Soon the buds opened. They were small white flowers. The tree was blooming in this impossible rocky place. The sight of those flowers was like a miracle. It was a beautiful reward for all my years of patient work and belief. The bees came to visit the flowers. The birds started to make nests in the branches. My tree was creating a new world. It brought so much life to the empty land. My small act of hope had changed this small corner of the world around me. People from the nearby village started to visit. They came to see the strange, beautiful tree that grew on the barren rocks. They did not think I was strange anymore. They looked at the tree with respect. They saw the power of its will to live. A young girl once asked me, "How did you do it?" She looked at the strong trunk and the green leaves with wonder. I told her I did not do very much. The tree did all of the hard work. Its hope was stronger than the wind and the rock. I just gave it a little help at the very beginning. I gave it a reason to believe that it was not alone in its struggle. Sometimes, when big storms come, I worry about my tree. The wind screams and the waves crash hard against the shore. I stand at my window and watch it. I see its branches bend and twist. It looks like it will break at any moment, but it never does. It holds on. It has learned how to be flexible. It knows how to dance with a powerful storm. This tree is a map of my own life now. My sadness was the rocky ground. My small effort was the water I carried. My hope was that tiny seed I found after the storm. It was small and weak, but it wanted to live and see the sun. And just like the tree, my life started to grow again. I started to talk to my neighbors. I made new friends. I learned to find joy in small things. The taste of warm soup. The sound of children playing. A beautiful sunrise. The empty room inside my heart began to fill up again. Not with forgetting, but with new memories and new feelings. Life is not always easy for me. There are still storms. There are days of sadness, and there are days of doubt. But now I know that hope is not a big, grand feeling. It does not need a loud voice or a very clear reason. Sometimes hope is just a quiet, stubborn thing. It is the decision to bring one more bucket of water to a thirsty plant. It is the choice to build a small wall against a strong wind. It is the patience to wait for a new leaf to grow. It is the belief that even in the hardest rock, something beautiful and strong can find a way to take root and bloom. My tree is old now, just like me. Its bark is rough and its branches are a testament to many seasons of struggle. Children from the village play under its shade. Lovers come here to watch the sunset behind its strong silhouette. It has become a symbol for the whole village. It is a reminder that life can flourish in the most unlikely of places. It shows us that even after the worst storms, a new beginning is always possible if we just look for it. People often ask me what will happen when I am gone. Who will take care of the tree when I am no longer here? I always smile when I hear this question. The tree does not need me anymore. It is strong enough to stand on its own. Its roots are deep and very secure. It knows how to find its own water. It knows how to face the wind without any help. My job was just to help it through its first, most difficult years. I was a temporary guardian of its initial hope. Now the hope belongs to the tree itself, and it gives that hope back to everyone who comes to see it. That is the true nature of hope. You protect it when it is small, and in return it protects you when it grows big. It becomes a shelter for others. It becomes a reason for them to believe in their own strength and their own dreams. So I am not worried at all. Life will continue. New saplings will grow in other cracks, in other rocks, in other places, and maybe another person with a sad heart will find one. They will see its will to live and then decide to help it. They will start their own journey. They will carry their own buckets of water. They will find their own reasons to wake up. That is how hope survives in this world. It is passed from one living thing to another in small and quiet actions. It is a conversation between the earth and the sky. It is the green leaf that pushes its way through the hard stone. So if you ever feel lost in a sea of gray, look for that one small spot of color, that one sign of stubborn life. It might be a flower growing in a crack in the sidewalk. It might be a kind word from a stranger on a very difficult day. Hold on to that small thing. Give it your attention. Protect it. Help it grow somewhere deep inside your heart. Because a single tiny seed of hope, if you care for it, can grow into a forest that can withstand any storm. I hope this session was helpful. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting stories. Take care, everyone.